So if you do want to go about using our templates, there are 3 basic ways to do it. One, you need a product image with a transparent background. Then we'll find stock images and icons to use and replace on our templates. And then you can just adjust the colors and the copy and all that to your liking. So to show you, this was our image for Omega, and this is the image I created for the oven mitts, and I just called it Griller's Choice Award. You can see this is all editable. Best heat protection, most comfortable, longest lasting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for one more product and show you exactly how to go about doing that. And all of these are completely editable. You just insert your image here, you get rid of the Omega and you put your image in here. You can edit the text, edit the icons. Same with all of these. The colors are editable. Everything is just pieced together, so you can edit everything in here. So let's go ahead and do one more example of this social proof template and exactly how I'd go about making it. The first thing I want to do is just take our original template and make a copy of it here. Then I need to figure out what product I'm going to be using to actually create this social proof. So I'm just going to be using the microphone that I'm using to record this on. And so it's called Blue Snowball White Microphone. And so here's a nice image of it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it and save image. And I've actually already saved this here as this Blue Snowball mic. And then within the course resources section, there is a link for how to edit your photos and remove the background. So I'll provide a link for that. All you do though, it's super simple, and I use this little free tool for so many things. You go ahead and select your image, and there are full instructions for how to do it when you first load the page, but by and large what you do is you first just outline everything you want to keep with this yellow image. And so I'm keeping everything I want to keep. I'm just seeing it in the viewport there and outlining it in yellow. And sometimes if things are really small, so you can see these at the bottom here, the stand is really narrow, you can zoom in. And then you can also change the size of this brush. So if I wanted to make it 1 pixel, I can make it really small. It's a little bit difficult, so I'm going to undo that. So I'm going to go back to 2 pixels and complete the process here. And I'm just selecting this little plus sign here to grab the image and move along. Alright, so now that we have it fully outlined in yellow, I'm going to, everything I want to keep, I just select this green button here, and I just make a little mark, right? So I'm just making a dot on each of these endpoints here. You don't need to do the full thing. And then for all the areas you want to get rid of, you want to leave some red marks. Again, you just need a little dash. And so let's see, and then when you're ready to process it, just click the arrow, and it'll give you a preview on the right side here. And you can see that we're pretty close, but we still have some white area down here. I forgot to put some red marks in the bottom here, so I'll just put 2 more and see if that does the trick. Awesome, so yeah, that did the trick. So you can see now if we go ahead and download the image and open it up, we have this really nice, completely transparent background image. But your graphic designer should be able to give this to you. So when you hire a professional, they should be able to give this to you anyway. I'm going to go ahead and copy this over here. I'm going to delete the Omega Fitness, and this was just a drop shadow we had behind it. If you have something that can cover up the drop shadow, feel free to use that, but you can also use some of the shadow options within PowerPoint. So here we have a nice large image, and I'm going to go to picture format, picture effects, shadow, and then drop a little shadow back left there. So you can see we have a nice little shadow there off to the back left. Now we need to find an image for the back here. So I like to use a tool called, or a website called Pexels. And so I've already found an image here, but what I did is within Pexels, I have it sort of zoomed out a lot here, but I just typed in, and again, a link for this is in the resources section. These are completely free stock images. I just typed Blogger, and just this first one that came up I really liked. So free download, downloaded it, copy, and then I'm going to want to get rid of this initial background image. So I just clicked it and deleted it. And I'm going to paste in the Blogger image. So it's not the correct size right now, so we're going to want to make sure we first make it the right size, at least width-wise. So I've just dragged it to the left until it's aligned, and I'm going to make it bigger. All right, so we have the right width there. And then I'm going to send it to the back so I can see everything in front of it. And as part of the template, there's this white background to make sure that your slide size is the correct size. But for this, since you're going to be cropping the image for the correct size, you can go ahead and delete that if you'd like. So then we need to crop the bottom off. So you want to figure out where on the slide or where on the image, what part of the image you want showing. I think this is a pretty nice little background. Maybe raise it up just a little bit more. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to crop it. So with the image selected, I go to Picture Format, Crop, and then if I zoom up, I can see here's the line, the bottom of the image. And so actually it looks like I missed that just a little bit. There we go. Align it perfectly with the bottom there. And then at the top here, we want to do the same thing. So again, crop it. Find where that slide, you can kind of see in the background, the slide is a little transparent through the image, and so you just want to align it with the top there. All right, so now we have our image in the background. Now that is a little bit too bright. We can't read any of the text, and anytime you have text overlay like this, you always need to darken the background image. So if we take a look at the background image here, I'm going to right click on this and go to Format Picture, and then I'm going to check out this last icon here, which is the picture corrections. I can see that we've actually dulled this image sharpness by 50%. We've also made it, we've darkened it by 50%, and we've reduced the contrast by 40%. So it's minus 50, minus 50, minus 40. I'm going to do the same thing with this image here. So again, we're just in right click, Format Picture, the last one here, and here we go, minus 50, minus 50, and minus 40. And there we go. Looks pretty good, right? So now we just gotta update the copy here. So this is not a Blind Taste Test Award winner. We'll call this Blogger's Choice Award. And it's going to be the winner for best sound quality. Winner for, it was pretty inexpensive. There were a lot more mics out there that were significantly more expensive. So best value. And winner for easiest to install. So there you go. Just like that, we have a social proof image that it just highlights the benefits of our product. We call it the Blogger's Choice Award. I'm voting it my choice award. And then to save the image, you Control A, you select everything in here, and then you just save it as an image. And you can see what it looks like on our Amazon page. And so this is how it looks like on our Amazon page for Omega Fitness. You can see Amazon allowed it to come through, and it looks really nice. And it's really zoomed in when we click on it. but it ends up having really nice treatment on the actual Amazon page. And so that's how you go about creating this sort of template here, and taking ours and adjusting it. And the same goes for the Adobe Illustrator template. You can do the exact same things. And similarly, if you want to use this template, just make sure that you darken the background. So if I right click here and I go to the corrections, you can see we've darkened this by 20% to allow the white text to really pop on the front of it. That's really the only heads up you need. All these other ones can be, the text, the icons, everything can be adjusted. The icons I got from a tool called, it's flaticon.com. That tool is also a link to it in the resources section. And what I do is I'll copy, these are also free icons. And what you can do for here is you can change the color of them. These are all originally just black icons. So if I go to picture format color, it gives you a few options, and I just chose the best one for this one, which was green. You only have a handful of options to choose from to change the color. Choose the color that is closest to your product. But like I said, everything in here is editable, and if you have an image with a transparent background, you can pretty easily fit it into all of these templates, and feel free to adjust them per your liking. But again, I really, really highly recommend getting a professional, and at the very least doing a hybrid of these two approaches. But professionals can really do a fantastic job, especially Virtuous Graphics, where all they do is Amazon images. So with that concludes our image section.